Hello and welcome to VOA's Red Carpet. My name is Jackson Bunganyi. This week on the Red Carpet, we are talking to a Rwandan social entrepreneur using social media to boost cultural tourism in his home area. Plus, we'll check out hula dancing in Maryland and dive into the vibrant Voodoo Festival in Benin. Let's get the show started. Eritrean-Canadian superstar The Weeknd is stepping up to support Los Angeles after the devastating wildfires, pledging $1 million to help firefighters and affected residents. Out of respect for the situation, The Weeknd also cancelled a special concert at the Rose Bowl, originally planned for January the 25th, and pushed back the release of his upcoming album Hurry Up to the end of this month. The singer, whose real name is Abel Tesfaye, announced that his donation will go to several organizations, including the LA Fire Department Foundation, GoFundMe's Wildfire Relief Fund, and the LA Regional Bank. The U.S. Mid-Atlantic state of Maryland may seem like an odd place for hula dancing, yet every weekend, dancers gather in downtown Silver Spring to practice the ancient form of storytelling, despite the thousands of miles between them and Hawaii, the tropical island state where hula was born. VOA's Keith Lane has the story.
So on your shoulder?
In a small dance room in downtown Silver Spring, Maryland, Kaimana Chi, a master teacher in the art of hula, also known as a kumu hula, meets with others to dance. Chi is also the co-founder of the group Halau Nohana Hawaii, which aims to cultivate and protect Hawaiian culture and its traditions.
As a native Hawaiian, I feel that my responsibility to my people and to my culture is to be a good steward of our culture and to educate.
The word hula may evoke images of a sensual dance performed by Hawaiian women in coconut bras and grass skirts, a stereotype perpetuated over the decades through popular television and film.
There's a lot of misconceptions about what hula is and what hula isn't. Hula is often referred to as a part of the language of Hawaii, the heartbeat of its people, the way we preserve culture. What hula is not just a dance.
In 1778, Captain James Cook, a British explorer, became the first European to make contact with the Hawaiian Islands. Christian missionaries later followed his path to the island chain. Vicky Holt Takamini, a kumu hula and the executive director of the Pa'i Foundation, a Hawaiian cultural advocacy group, says the newcomers' arrival forced hula into the shadows as they found it immoral.
Hula was banned in 1820 when the missionaries came to Hawaii. It was banned from public performance from 1820 to 1883. So a whole generation had to hide.
It wasn't until the accession of King David Kalakaua in 1874 that hula would be allowed back into the public sphere.
He was responsible for bringing hula to the public and in 1883 and said that hula is the language of the heart and the heartbeat of the Hawaiian people. And so he had a whole festival at his coronation, invited all the halau hula to come and celebrate hula in a very public performance at his coronation.
For Chi, dancing hula helps him maintain a link to his roots.
I feel very emotional because I feel some sort of intangible connection to my kupuna, or my ancestors.
As well as form new bonds with others far from the place where he grew up.
When I teach hula and I see my students connect, I feel emotional, I feel gratitude, I feel grace, and I feel like I'm making someone proud. Not someone, but someone, you know? That's what hula makes me feel.
Keith Lane, VOA News.
experts say that social media has transformed African tourism, allowing travelers, influencers, and locals to showcase the continent's diverse attractions, from stunning landscapes, our rich cultures, and wildlife, with a global audience. Rwandan social entrepreneur Alexis Ngabo, the founder of Eritrean-Canadian, a tourism company in northern Rwanda, tells me that his company provides guests with an authentic and immersive experience about Rwandan cowboy culture. Let's check out my conversation with Alexis. Alexis says that he began using social media as a student at the National University in Rwanda, but soon got the idea to showcase his home area's unique cow culture. He tells me that he wanted the world to see Bigogwe's lush green landscape and local traditions.
Eritrean-Canadian is a tourism destination now in Rwanda, which is actually trending. We have like beautiful farm with beautiful landscape, and in the landscape you can find cows. So when you get there, we make you Rwandan cowboy.
Okay.
And cowgirl, of course, if you are like girl.
What is the symbolic, importance of cows in Rwandan culture?
Actually, in Rwanda, cows is one of the main pillars of our culture and heritage. Cows is symbol of love. If a Rwandan loves you so much, the best gift will be a cow. And it's a symbol of richness. So for the Rwandan to be considered himself wealthy, he has to have many cows. Right. Yeah. If you don't have cows in Rwanda, so you can't discuss business with the rich man.
Right. So the visitors that come to visit Eritrean-Canadian, what do they see? What kind of experiences do they
the most thing we show them, it's our beautiful farms, our beautiful landscape, which they really appreciate. Another thing we have, it's culture, of course. So the combination of cows and the
culture around cows.
And like how we treat our cows, what your cowboys do when they are glazing cows. I mean, like how we have like different games we play when we are glazing cows. Like we have high jumping game, have stick game. We sing for our cows. We give them traditional lunch and dinner.
You mean the guests? So give them the guests lunch.
We give to the guests, of course, not to the cows. Yeah. So and they really enjoy that, and we sometimes dance for them when they want. They have booked the tour. They can do.
How long are these tours?
It take 4 hours for half-day tour, and then full-day tour it can take like 10 hours. And then we have like 2 days when you want to camp in these green hills.
It's a very interesting concept. How did you start it? Where did you get the inspiration for it?
Actually, I grew up in Bigogwe, and that's my home. And even my parents grew up there. So, but I have never seen any person coming there. I've never seen any tourists.
Any outside visitors coming?
No. Right. Even any newspaper like trying to highlight the beauty of
the area. Right.
Yeah. So then I said I can use my social media. Let me try, because by that time I didn't have any platforms. So I say let me try to use social media to promote my home. And I really wanted it, I wanted the world to see the beauty of my home.
Every January, the Voodoo Festival in Ouidah in the Benin Republic draws tourists and worshippers, offering a set of ceremonies, concerts, and exhibitions. Spectators watch a group of women dance, making backflips before succumbing to a trance-like state. Let's check it out.
Voodoo is an ancient belief system practiced by more than 65% out of 7 million Beninois and millions in Nigeria, Togo, and Ghana, as well as in the Caribbean, where it took root among enslaved Africans and evolved into distinct traditions such as Haitian voodoo. During the celebrations, devotees dance with enthusiasm, accompanied by pulsating rhythms of drums.
If a child has a fever and is sprinkled with sacred water, they recover. Voodoo is as sweet as sugar for anyone who practices it with faith. It is not witchcraft meant to harm others. One simply needs faith to receive blessings.
Despite the external criticism and stigma attached to voodoo, it's an official religion in Benin.
Stop saying that voodoo is about voodoo dolls. Voodoo is spirituality. Voodoo is you, it's me. It's the air we breathe. It's the 4 elements, as we say. Water, air, fire and earth. Voodoo is ecology. Voodoo is respecting nature.
This year, visitors could marvel at the spectacle of the so-called night guardians, performers dressed head to toe in dyed straw who whirled and danced in an elaborate ritual.
Voodoo goes beyond stigmatization and the fact that I took the time to discover, explore, and remove certain veils of fear or illusion. For me, voodoo is communion with the world around us, with all beings. Voodoo is love, it is nature, and it is simply the spirituality of my ancestors.
The celebrations of voodoo, which also spread to the Americas with the slave trade, was declared a national holiday in Benin in 1992.
In Japan, Tokyo's Extinct Media Museum displays old cameras and telecoms equipment and lets visitors touch and hold its items rather than looking at the display through glass. Ran Chang has more.
From 8mm cameras to floppy disks and vintage Sony devices, this museum in Tokyo lets people touch and play with gadgets of the past that were once part of people's everyday lives. The Extinct Media Museum opened to the public in January 2023. It focuses mostly on outdated cameras and phones. Its oldest items are motion picture cameras from the early 20th century. For museum goers like 59-year-old Mika Matsuda, the cluttered shelves here set off a wave of nostalgia.
It is fascinating not only for generations unfamiliar with these items, but also for those who lived through those times. Seeing these pieces feels like I'm having a flashback of our own lives. It reminded me of how things were back then. I used to have so much fun.
Deputy Museum Curator Barbara Asker says the museum's principle is that eventually all media gadgets, except for paper or stone carvings, will fall into disuse or break down. The items on display, which are mostly donated, are to share the fun with everyone. So the Extinct Media Museum encourages people to handle everything that's on display.
You can't really tell the weight of this camera just by looking at it. You won't know how heavy it is and that you have to carry it like this. Equipment often has a certain smell. There's a lot of information you can gain by holding it in your hands, such as smell. We want visitors to experience those items using all 5 of the human senses, rather than just looking at the display through glass.
The museum regularly accepts donations. The day Reuters visited, automobile designer Hisashi Ito brought in a small handheld watch and cassette tapes. Old items he was thrilled to share with others.
I would feel happy if people found them interesting. Even if I keep those gadgets at home, they will probably just be thrown away when I die. So it's better to share them and let people enjoy them.
The museum's opening hours vary according to its website, with fees for admission except for children, who may step into the past for free.
Thanks for watching VOA's Red Carpet. I'm Jackson Funganyi. For more entertainment news, remember to check us out at voaafrica.com. We are also on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe. Until next time, goodbye everyone.